Hello guys and welcome to my channel. I decided to do some behind the scenes as I create two sets of extra large silk flags using ice dye. I currently already have my silk pre-treated in a bucket, so I'm sitting here wringing it out now and prepping it for the basket. How you gather your fabric determines on how the different colors will melt. For this one, I just did the bunch effect to allow Holy Spirit to let the colors run as he sees fits. For the second one, you see me saying here, I am doing the bunch effect, but as I'm doing all of this, guys, I'm still communicating with the Holy Spirit as to how he want me to do these separate flags, although he already gave me the color. As here, you see, I thought I was going to do the bunch effect, but then Holy Spirit said, no, I want you to do the section off, so you see me taking it out. So because it's ice dye, it won't completely contain it, but I want to do more of like a red on one end, purple on the other, and then yellow down the center. So to do that, I'm trying to fold the fabric to try to keep the purple on one side, red on the other, and the yellow in the center. It won't be perfect because this is a basket versus a flat surface, but we're going to allow Holy Spirit to do his thing, and it's going to turn out beautifully since he just turned that whole thing around to what I thought I was doing. So I'm starting out with the purplish blue one. I use this strainer because it allows me to evenly drop the dye so that I don't have like big blotches from just taking a spoon and sprinkling it on. So I'm able to here to shake and evenly distribute. So this is what you see me doing with the purple color. Then I'm going on to my red, adding red on the other side. I'm outside, guys, so just a lot of distractions. I do have my earpod on with my worship music that I always play when I'm creating to allow the Holy Spirit to keep me focused and make sure that I am doing what he wants me to do. So here, because I just used red, I want to clean off the spoon because I don't want to transfer it to the red to transfer into the yellow. I do have to do the yellow a little heavier because I don't want it, but I still want to use the strainer because I decided I didn't want it to blotch up. So I do have to do a little bit heavier with the yellow because I don't want the bluish purple to in the red to overpower the yellow. So I'm putting a good amount of the yellow in there. I'm actually even in the center. I'm actually bending back some of the silk to make sure I get some yellow in there. Yeah, guys, I'm wiping this sweat off my brow. Yeah, so I am determined to get this done. I'm adding some yellow in here, a little bit more to make sure that it actually takes and that the red and the purple do not run over it. But at the end of the day, I always say when I create with the Holy Spirit, it will turn out exactly how he sees fit. So I'm going to just do as I am instructed. So I'm pounding that yellow on there so you can get a nice good layer to make sure that it melts. All right, that one was pretty simple, just three colors. Let me swipe off this sweat. I know everybody probably out here like, what is this woman doing? But that's okay. It's me and Holy Spirit. So for this other bunch look, Holy Spirit gave me four colors. I am doing I want to say it's more like a Caribbean color. It reminds me of the Caribbean Sea. It's a bluish color, reminds me of an ocean color. When I'm sprinkling it on, it does look turquoise, but it does turn out a little bit deeper than the turquoise. So it's not a turquoise, it's more of a ocean color blue. So as I'm sprinkling, even with the four colors, I ask Holy Spirit, where should I put the different colors? As you can see, for whatever reason, I'm putting a little bit of blue in this corner. This was all Holy Spirit driven. I just literally just as I'm sitting here putting colors on, I'm praying and I'm talking to Holy Spirit, asking him where he wants me to put the colors at. This is me making sure it's enough good amount of blue in the colors in the areas. All right, so then the second color that I am getting is a magenta. So this magenta is a nice, rich color pink. It turns out really, really good with ice dye. I just love it because even with the ice dye, the color is really, really rich. It's really rich. It turns out really nice. Same thing with the Caribbean blue, but it turns out really, really good. So this is me adding the magenta to the fabric, spreading that where it needs to be, shaking out the strainer, making sure all the pink is out. The next color I'm doing is a gold. It's a lighter gold color. It's not like the darker gold that I typically use. So I'm going to also put that one on kind of heavy in the area to make sure that that also takes and the blue and the magenta don't overpower that. So as you can see, I'm putting a nice good coat, nice good amount in that corner because I want to make sure when that ice melt that lighter gold actually takes it is defined in this fabric once it's complete. My last but not least, I have purple, and as you can see here, the blue kind of took over, but Holy Spirit said add the purple. So as I'm adding the purple, I'm doing it in this one section and I'm doing it heavy and I'm moving some fabric to make sure that the purple get in there because I do want to make sure that you can see the purple once the ice melt. I don't want it to just be all blue because sometimes the blue can overpower it. So I'm just getting a good amount of the purple just like I did the yellow. All right, yeah, it's hot out here, y'all. It's 95 degrees and I am pushing through for you guys. All right, so this is me. This is showing you guys the end result. You have the red over here, this purplish blue, and then you have the yellow in the center. And then on the bunch look, you see the blue, the pink, the magenta, purple, and the gold. So now I'm going to grab my ice so that we can add the ice on top. Now, typically, I dye fabric in my basement at home, so it's much cooler. Like I said, right now we had a heat wave. It's about 95 degrees, so I'm praying for the best that the ice don't melt too fast. That it actually, because you know, the faster the ice melts, the less time that this the dye allows it to be on the silk. So you just want to make sure when you cover it, all of the dye is covered. You don't want to have any powder that doesn't have ice on it because as the ice melts, if no water hits it, you'll have blotches on your fabric. So you want to make sure you got a good amount. I'm loading this one pretty heavy because I am doing this outside and the ice is going to melt pretty fast. So by me doing multiple layers, it allow it time for the silk to actually let the color take it. I'm just breaking up the big pieces. I don't like to do the big chunks. I like to try to break it in small pieces. That's why I was in a bowl to try to get the smaller parts, break up the bigger parts. I'm opening up my second bag. At the end for these two baskets, I used about a bag and a half. I'm just going to load some more on there so that I can get a nice good color. Like I said, so if it melts fast, it's still enough ice that it can still allow the silk to transform and get the color. So I got a good amount there. And that's the final product, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I will do a part 2 so that you guys can see the end result. And then you can see the finished product of the actual flag. Thanks for watching, guys. Until the next one. Comment below if you like this.